everybody. I'm Len Fridman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wellness Living. Welcome to another edition of the CEO Tour. Today, I'm still in Florida, and actually yesterday, I was out participating in the Tour de Cure event in support of the Diabetes Association. We raised a bunch of money. We raised over $7,000 in support of that event, and I actually participated. I signed up for a 101-mile ride. Unfortunately, I made it only 50.3 because my bike broke down. But in any case, it was worth it. I had a great time. And today, the CEO Tour is all about getting rejuvenated, reinvigorated. And today I'm visiting at the Yoga Shala, and we're in Titusville, Florida. It's just a little ways, about 30 minutes here off of Orlando, and this is going to be an amazing CEO tour because I'm going to be visiting with Sharon. And Sharon is absolutely incredible because not only did she build a phenomenal business, and it's a yoga studio, but it's also a wellness center. So it has all kinds of services, including massage, because I am super sore from yesterday. So I'm hoping to get reinvigorated with an amazing massage. Let's go inside, let's check it out, let's hear Sharon's story. Come on guys, let's check it out. Sharon, amazing. As soon as I walked through the door, I noticed like a sense of energy and an amazing fragrance. Right? Is that like incense or candles or what's going on?
We keep it very clean in here. It's essential oils from doTERRA. We love a fresh scent. I think that when you have a scent associated with a memory, you can easily come back to that whenever you experience that scent again. So we like to really attach the olfactory as a part of your wellness.
Awesome. Yeah, and anytime I'm doing these CEO tours, my favorite part is actually connecting with you and finding out your story of how, when you opened up the studio, how you got here. Is probably magical. So I really want you to share that with me and the audience here.
Oh, well, thank you. It is a fun story. I should think so. Let's see, we opened the yoga studio 3 years ago. So that was February 2001. And we had just moved out to this town, which was 45 minutes away from where we originally lived on the beach side. My husband and I wanted to make our mark in the community and put our imprint in a positive way on the community we're moving to. When I initially moved out here, I walked into the only studio that I knew was here and said, "Hi, hot yoga teacher in town, put me on the schedule, where do you want me?" And she says, "We've been closed, COVID closed the studio, I'm selling everything. As a matter of fact, we have a leasee that's coming to sign paperwork here in the next week." I said, "Well, that's really unfortunate because I really wanted to own a yoga studio." And she was surprised by that because I worked for another studio locally, though a little bit of a distance away. And I wanted to not infringe on my mentor's situation. So I said it wasn't a matter of if, it was when. I just wanted to make sure I also wasn't infringing on a studio locally here in town. She knew of our management prowess at the last studio, and she had said, "If you're interested in having a yoga studio, I would happily offer this to you," even though she had a leasee that was coming to sign. So I was really taken aback and certainly unprepared to own a yoga studio. It was a really difficult task because, of course, post-COVID, right? Everybody's afraid to go out, and everybody's afraid to go out without a mask on. And I certainly knew not a single soul in this town. And the studio was empty, and it had no catalog of prior students from the previous studio. So I ran in, worked as hard as I could to do all the government paperwork that was needed, and then did what I did best, which is just provide the yoga and wait for the souls to enter the door. That's amazing. A lot of times, you build it and they will come, right? And Indeed.
you clearly did that. And tell the audience, go back, like why yoga? Like how did you get into yoga? Like of all the things, yoga.
I was probably the most unlikely character to be in yoga. I remember this was 18 years ago. A girlfriend of mine just graduated from Bikram yoga teacher training, and she says, "Would you like to go to yoga?" Now, what she didn't know was I'm ex-military, I'm an Army veteran. I had been hurt pretty bad in the military. I was on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, I was overweight, and I had tremendous anger management issues. I was a real, mess. I was a mess, let's say what it was. And when she asked me if I wanted to go to the yoga, my first response was, yoga's for girls? Which, for me, running, lifting weights, these were my area of interest. And she invited me to my first Bikram yoga class, and it was awful. After class, they had to pack me with water bottles to cool me down, and somebody gave me their peach because I'm certain I would have died if I didn't have something to eat at that moment. And I absolutely hated the whole thing because as an athlete, I don't get overwhelmed or overworked by things. Like I usually can adapt to things fairly easily, but it wasn't like that for me, and it destroyed me, in fact. But I promised myself that I would continue to go until I mastered the situation. And for 2 years, and I'm not shorting myself any, for 2 years, I did not enjoy the process of the yoga. It made me angry many times during the week, which I would keep a steady practice 4 to 5 days a week. I would rip my mat off the floor. Sometimes I would shoot the bird to the teacher, possibly even curse. Like it was a really, this was definitely my anger management manifesting in there. And the teacher would say to me simply, "See you tomorrow, Sharon." And I don't know, like a fool or perhaps a divine grace, I kept coming back, and it slowly made the 6 inches between my ears feel better. And I couldn't refute that. I would enter class very angry at the world, mad at the drivers in my way as I was coming. But then as I would leave class, hello world, hello birds, cars, please jump in front of me, it's fine. So there was a management of my anger that was getting better. It was steadily getting better. And I kept a steady practice. I sort of finagled a desk job at the studio I was at, so I got to meet all the students and be really involved in the community there. And then 5 years into my personal practice, I heard the drum beat for me, the teaching drum. And I went to my calling. I went to Bikram Yoga teacher training in San Diego in 2010. And I had a horrible time at that also, because it was honestly more challenging than basic training. I was extremely challenged by the event, but I knew that I needed to share with the community what happened to me. Within 3 years of a steady practice, I was no longer on any medication. I had shed the weight, and I was feeling a lot better about my life, which was very dark in the beginning. And I've kept the practice. I had an incredible mentor, Suzanne Elliott of Bikram Yoga on the island in Merritt Island. She's an incredible mentor, and still to this day is. We consider ourselves sister teachers or sister studios. And managing, I slowly moved up in the ranks and started managing her studio. So when it came time for me to move out here, I knew that I needed to continue my practice, but there was no studio available. So when the opportunity arose to open up my own, it was terrifying. It was terrifying because I've never owned a business before, had no idea about that aspect of running a studio. I could make people happy, I could make the classes work, and I could manage heat real well, but the underpinnings of a business was more challenging. So, and I had no one in the general vicinity to ask how to help. Even the woman who previously owned the studio was no longer available for me to be mentored by. So I came in and did the paperwork. I mostly got right. To this day, we're still unraveling a little bit of that, and found all the right systems like WellnessLiving, which, my goodness, your software has really made the process a lot easier because it's sort of like an administrative assistant, if you will. And opened the yoga and offered the service of teaching, and slowly, one by one, yoga teachers started walking through the door and saying that they were interested, and originally in a traditional Bikram yoga studio, they only teach Bikram yoga and that's it. But I knew during my path, I had tried many different styles of yoga, Ashtanga, Vinyasa, Yin yoga, and all of them spoke to me in a different way, and it helped me process things in a different way. Each one was special. So I knew that I wanted to offer that same diversity to our community because it takes a lot to heal people, and we can't just say that there's one way to heal. During the time that I was teaching and learning to be a teacher, I went and became a massage therapist. My whole process, I guess, career path was based on healing myself. And through that process, I learned that if it can happen for me, it can certainly happen for everybody. So that's another modality that we offered to our business was massage therapy, starting with simply myself as a teacher and myself as the therapist. And now we've grown, we have 9 teachers and 3 massage therapists. It's been a long and difficult process, but one that has inspired me. And I know I'm on the right path because so many people have come to me and told me about their healing process. And of course, their healing crisis, but then their healing process. And I see people meeting each other and forging friendships from the community that we've created here. And it's so powerful.
That's amazing. First of all, I want to thank you for your service. I have a tremendous respect for people in the military. I just want to thank you for that and the sacrifices that you've made for this country and for freedom in general.
It's an honor.
Yeah, and your story, it's a very touching, moving story. And as you're sharing it with me, I see you're tearing up. I'm tearing up a little bit. But this is why I do these things, because to get the message out there that there are amazing people out there that are doing so positive for the community. And you want to share that positivity with as many people as possible. Right. So, first of all, I want to congratulate you for opening up this amazing place, because I could feel that energy as soon as I walked in the door. Outside, beautiful sign, like everything about it. And I just can't wait. Like you're gonna do a massage therapy for me. We're gonna do a tour of everything. So show us around. Let's take us through the space that you've built.
Len, I don't consider myself the owner of a yoga studio. I consider myself the steward of a very important space. There's no other yoga studio in this community. And I do outreach to teachers beyond our community because I know that the people need this, and it's important to me that I do a good job and I keep the doors open, because every day I have a new soul that walks in here with a special need, and I know that they need this space just like I do. Yeah. So I'm excited for you to be here, and I'm certainly excited to share this place with the rest of the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Come on, Sharon, go take me around.
Let's go for a tour. So this is our yoga room. And it's a big, beautiful space. We have gas heat, and certainly we offer a little extra heat for those people who like to roast.
Oh, yeah.
We offer a variety of different classes, from hot yoga, Bikram yoga, if you will, that traditional 26-2 therapeutic practice, as well as yin yoga, because I think the gamut is important. And then vinyasa, we have an Ashtanga teacher, we have a Pilates-based class. I'm a Pilates teacher. We have bar. It's like a fusion class, because I don't think that there's one way to do things. So we've incorporated weight training, we've incorporated isometric training, and then of course we offer meditation. For those classes that we don't have, because I cannot pretend to know how to do everything, we invite other teachers from the community to come in and offer special wellness classes.
That's awesome.
For things that we can't necessarily provide here, that we don't have the training for.
And I know a lot of people think, oh, it's hot, it's gonna be awful. I don't know, like, talk to some of those people that are a bit, timid to come in and try it out.
Right. Well, thank you. I'm really happy to. The heat is a scary thing. There's no question working in heat is challenging. You're worried about your health. You're worried about overheating. There's certain people with maybe hormonal challenges that make it challenging for them to be in a heated room. But I let them know, like, this is where you come to sweat. This is a controlled environment. Our teachers, particularly our Bikram yoga teachers, have over 9 weeks of training. Just in their training, we continually educate ourselves to look for signs. All of them have real specific training on what signs to look for if the body is in distress. But the controlled environment is what's important. We make sure that the heat doesn't become too strong. We make sure that the humidity is manageable, and we take care. This is why our teachers, they don't practice with you. They stand, they watch you. I'm looking for every sign in your body that tells me that you're okay or if you're in distress. So I think that style of teaching is very different from other styles where sometimes they do practice with you. The Bikram yoga teachers need to be alert. They need to pay attention to their students and address an immediate need when it arises. So moving down the hall, we have a changing room for people to change clothes, store their belongings. Really nice. I like this extra space. We have 2 therapy rooms. So this, in fact, is going to be your chariot.
Oh,
this
wow.
is the massage room. We offer all kinds of different massage modalities, sticks and stones, cups and heat. So it's really nice. We also have a second room, which is beautiful. This one smells very nice, very different. You can tell the different personalities that occupy these rooms, but these are important therapy spaces.
And I love the mural that you have with.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yes, the woman who works in here, Doreen, she does a lovely job, and she's a good spirit and soul, and she really deeply believes in spiritual work as well as physical work.
Yeah, I love the word, like patience, joy, love, gentleness, peace, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, self-control, fruit of the spirit. Amazing.
Amazing, yes. So moving down the hall, you know, I was very intimidated when I first opened this space because this is a lot of space to fill. We have 2 showers.
Oh, cool.
For those to rinse off after a warm and sweaty practice, or sometimes they want to do it before practice because who knows what you're like. We have 2 restrooms, women and unisex restroom, and this is our lounge.
Oh, I love
Now
this.
This is in a development stage, in fact. We sell kombucha on draft. We come here after class and we sit and chat and have fellowship. I'm preparing to develop this space into something that's more retail and learning. We want to have other people from the community come in. For instance, we had Tetra Horizon come in and discuss plant medicine to, highlight the importance of plant medicine, God's medicine. So we wanted to demystify the plant and make it a little less intimidating. But we offer workshops like this. In fact, we have somebody coming here at the end of this month who will discuss another aspect of plant medicine where she'll teach us how to make poultices, tonics, oils from natural, normal house plants that you can use for your own healing process. And then, of course, they can go back into the room this way.
Amazing. Love it.
It's a beautiful space. I consider myself to be a ghost in the hall. I'm always walking through this space. We're constantly cleaning. We steam the rooms twice a day. We vacuum and dust. It's a labor of love, and I tell you, I think it's really working out well because people come in here and they tell me that they can almost feel their blood pressure dropping. We try to limit any of the extra marketing, sell here, buy this, call this person. We don't want that. I want them to come in and feel safe and comfortable and at home.
That's amazing, yeah. And immediately I feel a sense of like calm and just peacefulness, you know. And I think that's so important in a place and the energy that instills that positivity, peacefulness, calmness, and just kind of grounding in the now.
Right, to be just present in the space. All right, Len, so I'm I'm very excited to have you here on the table because I got to watch you walking around and I can see that you are fairly stiff through the upper back, and you certainly had a rigorous ride yesterday, so this is going to be a nice way to unwind. Now, with your massage today, the oil I use is kukui oil. This is a very natural oil and it's harvested from Hawaii ethically. So this is a type of oil where if you decide to leave it on your skin, there's no preservatives, there's no additives, it's just nice oil. The type of activity you do with your cycling, yes, that really creates an over hunch in the back. That means that your chest muscles are going to be really tight and cause this extra curvature in the spine. To highlight some things that I really love about Wellness Living. And I'll tell you where I came from. The studio that I worked for, I used other software, really high-end software, but I knew that I didn't need all of the modalities that they created. We were a very small boutique style business. So I was looking for something a little more user-friendly. The aesthetic was different, which I kind of deeply appreciated. And I believe that I was recommended Wellness Living by a studio owner that I wasn't even close to, so I couldn't reference any information. They said, go try this one. So I looked up Wellness Living, the price was right, the customer service was, and that's really what drew me in. I think that's, at the end of the day, the things we look for is great customer service and a friendly conversation. So now in using this, as I mentioned before, it's like having a personal assistant that takes all the notes that you need them to and reaches out to the people when you want them to. And I'll tell you, some of the features that I really like is that it's very intuitive. It's easy to search for things. It's easier to find the information when you don't have the answers for what you need. So specifically, we use a schedule. Our schedule is great. I'm able to color code classes. As a marketing major, I really like color. It draws my eyes, it keeps my attention, and I'm able to delineate important factors on my scheduling. You are able to create new classes, very easy, right there from the face of the schedule. You are able to filter different teachers or services that you need to. And also I'm able to send this information to our clients or our students quite easily. So some of the features I love, aside from the scheduling, which I think is a newer feature, is the messages. So it's built inside of the system as opposed to maybe sending a text or an email to somebody directly from the software. You can message a student. For instance, somebody's showing up to class, they're scheduled to show up for class, but they've not yet arrived. I'm able to fire off a message that says, hey, Len, are you going to be joining us for class today, or shall I cancel your reservation? Should I leave the front door unlocked for you? So, and they're able to communicate really quickly back and forth. And that also gives great optics for all of my teachers, so they can see when the students reply and what their reply is. So there's a nice communication that goes on with the software because of the software. I'm able to create reports really well, fairly easily. I really appreciate that when I'm trying to make the reports, if I'm interested in making a report, it'll tell me exactly, let's see if I can open up an attendance report. It'll tell me exactly what each of the report is for. So in case I need a quick reference or I'm unsure where I'm headed, this is a very, very nice feature. I'm able to get information about sales. I can analyze my sales. I can analyze classes. I can analyze how big the classes are, what classes are more popular, and I can create all of that and export it into another feature that will allow me to contact people through the report, so I can send the reports to people. There's also a retail section, which is really great. So let's see if I can go to our retail. And the back office, it's real clean, it's real fresh. I love the color aspect. And of course you can certainly skip the color and move into something more functional, you know, just the lines, but that's boring. I do a lot of things, but I don't do a boring thing. So I like a lot of color. And creating new classes, you can create icons for the class. You can set all of the features fairly easily, and then also allow it to be delineated into who can buy it, when they can buy it, are there any special parameters, should this feature be available for certain classes or not for certain classes. So that's really great. Another feature that I'm interested in moving forward, because we offer services, wellness services like massage therapy, there's a booking aspect to it, which I've not yet created, but they have widgets that you can import to your website, and that way the community can book their own appointments, and then it goes straight into the software, and then when I sit down at the desk, my personal assistant tells me everything that's ready for the day. Honestly, I believe that Wellness Living was a game changer for me. I was very intimidated when I first opened the business. How am I going to be able to do all of this and start a business with no training for any of it? And I'm really grateful for the ease of use, the transparency with the information that I am trying to use, and the customer service. The customer service is great. You call a number, gentle person is on the other side to give you great information. They're kind, they're receptive, and if they don't have the information for you, they let me know, I don't have that, I will get back to you. You get an email, you get a follow-up call. So it's been a real straightforward, streamlined software, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. I really try to let anybody who knows, or anybody's in the industry, what software I use. I know that there is a benefit to sharing with other businesses. They'll give you a financial reward if you share the software with another business and they in fact then take it on within their house. But that's not why I do it. I'm here just to let people know this great software. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of different softwares, and they're always calling, trying to get you to switch from Wellness Living to their software. But I don't see that happening ever. I see Wellness Living continuing to develop their software. There's always instructional videos for you, and I believe they even created a Wellness Living University. So if there's some information that you want to know more about, they give you a more in-depth look and training on how to create that. They give you a more in-depth ability to learn rather than just read. Some people are a different type of learners.
Sharon, this has been awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, I have the best job in the world, especially I got to get a massage.
Yeah.
And I feel like so much better. I think I'm ready to do another 100-mile ride, or finish that 100-mile ride that I've started. But this has been absolutely incredible, very memorable, and I want to thank you. It's just a little gift bag for you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm so honored that you guys chose us. Thank you so much. We absolutely love your service, and I look forward to learning so much more about your product.
Awesome.
I'm grateful and honored you chose us. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. I just absolutely enjoyed this one. This was probably one of my favorite CEO tours, because I got to get a massage. I mean, I said it earlier, I got the best job on the planet here. This was absolutely incredible. Look, if you're anywhere in South Florida, you absolutely have to check out Sharon. She's over at the Yoga Shala and Wellness Center. It's located in Titusville. But look, if you're in Orlando, anywhere in Florida, Central Florida, anywhere in Florida, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Pilates, yoga, a whole bunch of variety, hot yoga, Bikram yoga, vinyasa yoga, flow yoga. Everything is offered here. It's phenomenal. So many classes offered every single day, including all the massage and wellness things that are going on here. You absolutely have to check it out. Guys, this has been really, really a special one. I'm feeling super relaxed, super pumped. I'm ready to do a 50-mile ride right now to finish up, because I promised you guys I'd do a 100-mile ride, and I only did 50.3 miles yesterday, so I gotta get 50 in today. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, please like and subscribe this video. It really would mean a lot. Also, if you're a customer and you want me to visit with you and try out your classes, your massages, whatever you got going on, make sure you enter your comments below. And if you're not already a customer, I mean, what are you waiting for? Get it on the bandwagon. This is next generation software stuff. We're transforming businesses every day. It's phenomenal. Look, I love making this content, but I need you guys to like and subscribe right now and spread the word. Wellness Living, it's the best business management software out there. Don't listen to me, talk to our customers. Guys, thank you for watching. Till next time, everybody.